Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to trigger Happy Havoc. So the computer did lock up again. This game has shown that it does have a little bit of a tendency to do that. So that is a bit of a problem, certainly. I think if I'm reading this right, the way the dates are measured, it's like the day that a save file is made, then the month, then the year with periods in between. That's a weird date format to say the least. Then you have the time after that, I assume. So this should be the closest school mode that we had saved, which I think probably is a couple days or at least a day or two back from where it was, unless I just got really lucky here. If anything, this might work fairly nicely, because if I need like tambourines here, then this might be a point where we didn't build. Nope. We are already still past that point where we've already built 2 extra Monokuma entertainment systems. And best case scenario would be that you would want to have maybe 1 extra of those, unless they carry over to a new game plus. Alright, so then we know what we are looking for is tambourines. Meanwhile, we are also looking for whistles. So let's hop in here and see if we can put the high energy characters this way, and then low energy characters we'll move up to this. And that's not gonna work. We need tambourines, which is this, so we'll do that. We'll have 1 go that route. Move up to this. That. Yeah, I think that's probably good enough. This probably also is gonna indicate that I can do the date that I failed with Taka again. We should check the ebook before we do anything, but that seems like that will be fine. So we lost a little progress, but probably not too much. Let's see. Just double check the report card, just make sure we hadn't gotten rolled back so far that we hadn't finished the story with Junko. Nope, that's not a problem. In fact, okay. So we're gonna use the trip tickets, and since it's fairly random where you go, the only thing I could think is there possibly an easier location than the dining hall? Or should we just do the dining hall until we've boiled down the, I assume it's close to 9 to 12 different options? So here we asked if the clock was right. How do you get your hair to do that? See, 2 of these are just kind of pointless chit chat. So let's ask something important. After I study for the next day lessons, I cleanse the body and soul, strip down, then hit the sack. You should follow the same regimen. Even outside class, students have no time for goofing off. I think we both had a pretty good time. So good, we recovered. That wasn't too bad, Makoto. Even being trapped here, if you just give up, then you can never really grow. Let's find whatever mental escape we can have in here, and just focus on that. Okay, time to get back to my room. So that seemed like that was a correct response compared to a bad response. Go ahead and skip that for sure. Then we have a weekly day off to try some more dates with Taka. And so we can just boil this down until we get to 10 hearts, and then we can try a different character. See, the half heart answer there, I feel like is kind of weird.
Count on it.
Then we already know that that was the right answer, and so we'd already seen that, so we can just skip that. In fact, that's pretty much how this is gonna, what we should have done is talk to Monokuma just to make sure we didn't get a half heart in the other answer. So yeah, let's check the charts with Monokuma. 2.5. Okay, so that is a half heart answer that we got before. So that wasn't the perfect answer, but it still seems like it is way easier to just flood this. Of course, I'm missing content at that point, so let's kind of risk it this time and see what the different answers are. See if we can get a bit more variety. Here we are at the school store. Look at all this stuff. It's hard to imagine what they don't have here. Looks like nobody's here, right? That's a huge vase. These kinds of paintings here. Let's organize things here a little. Yeah, he'll love that one. Answer.
I'm very happy right now.
Organize. That's you're a truly diligent soul, Makoto.
You hear me?
Okay, let's work together to finish the task. No time like the present, am I right? So let's get to work right away. Looks to me like he had a really good time. We spend some very meaningful time together every day. Should be more like this. A day like this will never come again, but then again, no 2 days are really ever the same. Well, I've never regretted the time I spent with you. We have to live each day to its fullest.
You hear me?
Okay, I better get back to my room. So we're gonna get pretty much the same responses, but we'll get two, it seems like, different prompts. I thought maybe it would be closer to 4 different prompts per room, which actually makes this a little bit easier to see everything. Alright, well, we may be short on tree branches. Stainless steel sheeting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meanwhile, crafting this still needs a whistle. And have we done the mom's warm milk once? Seems like we have. So then the only other thing to think about crafting would be level ups, cheat sheets, which would need triangle rulers, which is probably why everybody was going to the classroom in the first place. Cleaning upgrades are almost pointless. Yeah, okay. So triangle rulers and tree branches. So that means something like this for those people, and then back to the garden for energetic people. And yeah, Monokuma photo albums are still probably going to be fairly low, so we may have to have a couple go to the library while couple go to the class. This guy should go there. This one should go there. Which does mean we need somebody to actually clean. Still looking for whistles. Have her go get whistles. I think good enough. There. Let's just double check, yeah. I think that's good enough. Like, once again, just don't want to waste a lot of time here. The only real mistake I could have made here is if I just don't get enough tree branches, which I think I probably will have enough. And Hifumi leveled up. Now, are we gonna get any prompt? This would be the next question. When we get a character to the max friendliness, or could we overshoot that? Well, let's organize things a little.
I'm very happy right now. You hear me?
It might be that there really is only one prompt for the school store. Which might mean I might get to like level 10 before I could even see all the different prompts. Which that highlights a better strategy, I suppose. We should go through each room once on these dates. And that way we can be a little bit smarter with it. Let's see. Bring that one up. And we've got 6 here. And 6 there. Construct one of those. I don't really see a reason to do much else. Okay. Cheat sheets. So now we literally just need to start building up cheat sheets some more. So Monokuma photo albums, oil paints, electric table, pin light. That's really all I think I care about. None of that is even craftable. There's no other upgrade here to do. I could certainly make like a mom's warm milk to bring everybody back up, and that probably wouldn't really be a bad idea, so just do that and waste all that. And then I don't know if there's much of a reason to do that, but they're kind of fine anyway, so just do that, bring everybody back up, do that, bring that way up, do that. Let's start balancing out some characters. So he's our main cleaner character, so it would make more sense to try and get other characters higher. And then, yeah. I wish there was a way you could flag all of these. What it almost feels like you would want to do is just straight up have each character just go to one location, and maybe then you move some characters around but that's kind of the only thing that I think you actually would need to do. And see, if you were even to build around that concept, you actually have a fairly decent number of people that you could cycle through, and then you'd have about 3 more to go back and focus on cleaning always. But I think what we really want to do is just have everybody focus on this. And if it turns out that in this one playthrough that's not the case, then fine, we'll in the next day work towards the next goal. Think that's good enough. We had 2 people cleaning when I totally didn't need 2 people cleaning. Well, the school is going to be particularly clean. Alright, once again, we'll jump to Taka and date. There really isn't a better term for this either than just dating. Dating them in a platonic way. You could say hanging out, but that's just a shorter phrase. Here we are at the library. It's pretty dusty, but I've never seen a place filled with so many books and other documents. Looks like nobody's here. What should we do? Spend some time studying? I'm getting kind of sleepy. I love reading. I think studying would be the answer here. Makoto, I'm very impressed. Well, that seems like very. Obviously, you decide the pure knowledge of your own free will. In situations like this one, such independence is a true student's last refuge. I fully support your perseverance. So let's combine forces and do our best. Looks like you had a really good time. We spent some meaningful time together, so once again,
You hear me?
that seems like that is the right response. And we'll double check Monokuma next time we hang out.
Isn't that wonderful? See ya?
It seems like we're gonna do such a good job as we're sitting here and waiting that we're gonna manage to pull off some other things. Triangle ruler, oil paints, and electronic table. Is it possible that I could make 20 steel things? Almost. Stainless. Well, no, I didn't even check that. The right one. No, not really. I can make about 5 stainless steel things, and then I would have had to get more tree branches, Bunsen burners, and that's just not a focus at all. And honestly, it may be fairly worth it to just constantly have items, consumables bring up energy. Right. Once again, we're looking for triangle rulers, oil paints, and electric table, and I must have not been able to get any of those in that location. So is that in the art room? Oil paints is in the art room. Yes. Triangle ruler. electric table is the data center. Where's a triangle ruler though? I know that's not craftable thing. See, I'm not 100% sure that there isn't kind of mistranslations here. Alright. Triangle ruler is the classroom. Alright. So we need some in the classroom, some in the art room, some in the library, and some, I believe, in the data center. So that is quite the mix, to say the least, of different places you need to be. Alright, well. Also, is it worth it to have this guy clean? I don't think it is. I think it still makes more sense to just have this guy clean. And you might as well just skip forward and hold down the B button and fast forward through this section. And we may very well be hitting a level where we are going to be just so well off that there might be very little argument to even change the setting I just made.
Now then.
Alright, let's see how we are now. We are still at half a heart, so I've been getting full heart answers. And I guess the truth there is you should just get full heart answers. I don't think you have to get exactly 10 hearts. There is 5.5 hearts though, so we still would have to wine and dine talk a couple times. So use a trip ticket, and this time we'll go to the rec room, which is probably like the worst room for him. Is that dartboard? Horoscope seems wrong. Dartboard seems wrong. Let's ask about magazines.
Listen to me.
Oh, I don't read magazines. A nice thick newspaper is all I need. I get the feeling you didn't have much fun. Alright.
You understand?
So maybe he likes darts? So, yeah, the rec room might just be... See, that was a total bad answer. There. Which I guess if you were just trying to perfect this, you would save scum like crazy. And just save between each day.
Wonderful. See ya.
Right. Cleaning maestros, I believe, are upgrades to cleaning, so we can see where that would be helpful. And frankly, putting Monokuma in charge of cleaning does eventually mean that he's super always energetic, so he never is at a risk of passing out. So dumping 2 into that makes some sense. And it almost seems like Monokuma kind of is getting what I'm doing here, so he knows that to just hand me cleaning maestros, because I'm not going to actually bother to craft them. I mean, I could craft one, certainly, if I had a silver spoon and an iron plate. Meanwhile, we need electronic tables. And since we don't really have anything else to do, we should move this guy down to this point. And move some of these guys up to data center, because we obviously need more in data center. Otherwise, I guess I kind of want to leave everything somewhat where it is. Just put the tired ones there. And since now we have a scenario where there is they're not really losing a lot of energy, you can potentially have these characters not pass out over the course of a week, and then they get that day off, and that might be enough to recoup their energy. So getting that forced extra day off actually helps you out there. So we got 6 electronic tables, and Chihiro leveled up. We are now burning through this about as fast as we can go without, I mean, I might be able to put it in auto mode, and that might at some point make more sense if I just don't care to read anything. Alright. Let's ask about the dartboard. That could only be the right one, I imagine. Yes, darts. I actually tried my hand at it with Celeste already. When you go for more points, and when do you give up? It's actually a pretty intelligent game. Of course, the game ended in a clean sweep for Celeste. Apparently, I still lack the proper diligence. Okay, so that was the right answer. And there was the same prompt again.
You hear me? You understand?
So it seems like there aren't duplicate prompts, or they are so randomized that it's very easy to see the same prompt over and over again, where it would make a lot more sense to toggle.
Isn't that wonderful? See ya.
Let's see if we have any real reason to throw some sandwiches in here. Sure. Cheat sheet. No cheat sheet. We now need pin lights and triangle rulers. And then we could ask ourselves, can we make 20 stainless steel things? And if we could, that might be something worth considering. We can't, so that's fine. Are we in a good enough position where we could make old mother's warm milk? Yes, we could. Should we just have done that instead of eating that? No, I think we're fine. Alright, who do we want to give a cheat sheet to? Probably needs to be somebody who's fairly low. So Taka is probably a good pick. And clearly this is how this is just gonna go. And still seems like we need to move some characters around. Pin light is not showing up because that's music room. Alright, so we need to have some people in the music room. So I'll make focus of that. At a certain level, I guess if there's nothing else going on, you probably are better suited to have have them start cleaning and just raising their levels on cleaning. I probably should have not used the cleaning maestros that I had and instead opted to save those and use them later, because it seems fairly obvious that you need a little bit more, maybe not double, but at least a little bit more experience to get from level 8 to 9 than you do to get from 7 to 8 and so on. So we'll take Taka out to the last two remaining areas, and then we'll check to make sure that we're at the maximum, which I think odds are going to be fairly high unless we just really get the wrong answer on these prompts. ... What's going on? It looks like Taka is lost in thought. Huh? That voice, could it be? Are these Taka's inner thoughts? Trigger happy heart. Affirmation negation. Okay, so there is an end-game here. Even those who you can confide in people, it doesn't solve anything. But still, I'd just like someone to listen. But whenever I do start talking, I just end up forcing my own beliefs on something. Missed that. Is it fair of me to do something like that? Interesting. But Makoto's like me, right? He's an ultimate talent. So maybe because it's him, and am I allowed to impose? Or am I just unforgivably selfish? So we do negation. Okay, so we negate that and we break that. So that's very slow, and it's not like they had us set up any skills or anything, so that seems like we are playing on a single mode that is relative to the gentle mode of the main game, if I was to guess. Which I guess this means we now know we have gotten to the max, and there's no more reason to take them on dates, so we did miss a prompt, whatever. It's not like there would have been much of a difference. No, you're not being selfish. What? Makoto, listen, you don't have to lie to me. I'm not. ... But isn't it annoying to have someone force their beliefs on you? Yeah, sometimes, but often it might be correct and helpful too. Either way, people are going to do it, and people have been doing it for probably all of time, or all of humankind's time at least. This sets up a weird precedent though, because now it almost implies that Makoto in the second game, assuming you even play as Makoto in the second game, is going to at some point develop a way to read the inner thoughts of other characters. It's not annoying, and you're not forcing anything. Everyone wants a friend they can tell their thoughts and feelings to. It's normal.
What is this?
It is? So you don't have to keep trying to hold it in? Honest. I see. It would appear my education is still lacking. Thank you, Makoto, for showing me how much more I still have to learn. Isn't Taka the one that started calling him Professor Makoto? I guess that he stopped doing that. I think we both had a pretty good time. That wasn't too bad, huh, Makoto? Even being trapped here, if you just give up, you can never grow. This is just the same thing. Again, let's find whatever mental escape we can in here and just focus on that. Okay, time to get back to my room. I think that was because we got to 10. Now what would be really weird is if next time we have a free break, we will check Makoto, and if it turns out we aren't actually at 10 hearts, then I don't know what would have prompted that. It might mean that there is an extra element here. Still short on triangle rulers. We'll have to remember to start building other things in the next run.
Hold on just a second.
This looks like different art. Man, what the heck? This thing looks like crap. Well, you said you wanted something eco-friendly, right? So we attached some solar panels and... Solar panels? Seriously?
Hey.
We're inside. There's no sunlight. So what's the point of freaking solar panels? Oh yeah. ... So, sorry, maybe it's my fault. Maybe the concept was just too much for you to handle. Next time I'll pick something I'm sure even a bunch of scrubs like you can handle. It's a total failure, but you did technically finish your assignment, so I guess I'll give you some more tickets. So we're back to 8 trick tickets. 8 more. So the next concept is Moe Kuma. And see, it seems like the art here has nothing to do with the name of the backup they want. They seem to just randomly mix and match, which I suppose that works, and it saves them having to be too crazy about it. Alright, so can we make 10 of these on day 1? Yes, we can. Can we make 20 paints on day 1? No. So we're gonna have to heavily focus on getting tree branches. Meanwhile, we're also looking for triangle rulers still. I almost don't want to change things here, but let's see. I can stick this one here, and this one here, and this one here, and then everyone else is so tired that they would just pass out. So that doesn't work as a concept, so let's just refill everybody's energy and try this again. Let's see. That, and that. I mean, we are gonna just have, after this, I think maybe enough tree branches that we are just set perfectly. But that being said, I think we can throw at least one person away at something else. So let's have her search for triangle rulers, because that's what we needed, right? We're back to looking for, yeah, triangle rulers. Alright, and go. Yeah, that's 62 tree branches and exactly 0 triangle rulers. Interesting. So it really might have more to do to get the top tier items about how many people you put in a room than what their level is, or even if they're energetic. Right. Okay. So we haven't gotten to the max with Taka. So then what we need to do is use a trip ticket, go back to the music room and see what happens. Maybe you get the mini game in the middle when he's right past 5. Can you play any instruments? Let's ask that question. Nothing in particular. If I'm forced to pick something, I'm all about the castanets. Oh, I guess I can play the recorder a little bit. I get the feeling he didn't have much fun. So no, that was the wrong prompt. So it would be very weird if the music room was the wrong room to take talk in, and that somehow triggered that special event.
Yes, indeed. Now,
See, now this is the weekly day off, so anybody that would have been tired would have gotten this day off to recover. So I was 1 day short. Or, you know, I probably could have had them all work themselves to death. I guess I'm sticking with the music room. I'd love to hear Sayaka sing something. I want to do some karaoke. We should try singing something. So do you think he's more into karaoke, or is he more into generic singing? If you absolutely insist, I won't refuse.
Down and listen.
So what would you like to sing? A school fight song or a national anthem? Those are your two choices. I get the feeling you didn't have much fun. Alright, so we are not doing well at all at the music room in Taka. And we're wasting time goofing off with that. Clearly the smart move is to stick to the areas that make more sense for characters. Otherwise you're going to have to make a much more difficult choice. It's a sprinkler. Do you like this place? Question mark, I guess. Well, more than just this particular location, I don't dislike observing plants. I think there's definitely a lot to learn from places like this. So make sure you observe plants as much as possible. I think we both had a pretty good time.
You hear me?
So yeah, we're probably 2 or 3 extra trips have been wasted here, and I think that is gonna have that. I think that's pretty much how this is gonna happen always. Is we are going to at most be able to consistently. I hope 10 was the right number. Nope, 20. Okay, well that's even better. There we go. Now it's all about pin lights and triangle rulers. While we're also here, we'll craft another mother's milk. And yeah, pin lights, triangle rulers for the next 3 days. Pin lights would be music. And triangle rulers would be classrooms. So we'll just split the boys and girls into 2 different areas and hope that that works. How many pin lights did we get? Oddly, absolutely none. Okay. So we know library and studying is a good one. We know with the rec room is the dartboard. We know the school store is organizing. Dining hall had like 2 prompts. Garden seem to be observing plants. Let's try that again. See, now we've got another prompt. So maybe it's just random. And it seems like it's always going to be affirmation or negation. Which, maybe this highlights something. Also, notice how you have just like infinite time here. But whenever I do start talking, this seems like this is just the same thing. So there's only one of these. It's infinite time. It'd be fairly hard to lose here. It'd be fairly hard to miss. You can see the cursor doesn't drift anywhere as much as it normally does. I don't feel like these special modes are giving you like 2 hearts or anything. This is the same interaction.
You hear me? You understand?
I kind of feel like I would like more of these things to be more clear and less subtle. Like there's room for misinterpretation, particularly in a Japanese game that's then being translated to English. So I'm still not 100% certain that
Isn't that wonderful? See ya.
that we're doing it right. Okay. Spirit Bomb, our main character. And then need more pin lights. More than anything else. Like, because I could probably build a whole second one. We have 4 days left though to make that decision. For now we should just focus on finding more pin lights. And everybody else should be looking for, I guess, oil paints and and Monokuma photos. Like, I think oil paints are in the art room, which are high too. Alright, so pin light, yes. You can't go down that way though, which means we can do that for all the tired people, and then stick with that for the non-tired people. And then these guys are all energetic enough, so we'll send them to the music room to get more pin lights. Yeah, you can definitely create a problem here where you would maybe knock out all the girls or all the guys and not pay enough attention to realize that's what was going on. Right. Still looking for oil paints. There we go. We got a couple. Okay, we got 4 pin lights. We may very well still be at a point where by the time I get everybody up to level 9, that they will have earned 1 or 2 levels searching on their own. Alright, well, we still have some hearts, and we must have gotten a half heart at some point. Obviously. We are at 3, 6, 7, 8 hearts. We need to be, I think, at 10 hearts. Alright. So we'll once again do dining. Let's see. It's a sprinkler sounds stupid. Do you like this place sounds stupid? But I think this one is the right answer.
You hear me? You understand?
So I kind of want to try the music hall one more time with Taka and hopefully can get it to the max. We're hitting about the halfway point, so we're gonna have to be fairly careful. Yeah, and we may very well just be able to knock up other characters. You know what? Just sit on the cheat sheets. Like I said it before, that it's smarter to do that like that. No, I can't sit on them though, because I need them to get more resources faster. So we'll bring up that to 6, we'll bring up that to 6, and then that leaves really only Toko at 5 and Sayaka at 5. We have everyone at fairly tiredness levels, so another mother's warm milk is not a bad idea. We've got enough of that for that not to be an issue. We actually probably have a decent amount. No, we would need a whole bunch of light bulbs if we were going to give everybody spirit bombs. And then I could make 10 more. Could I make 20 paints? Yeah. The sound effect is pretty terrible. Like, it is not a pleasant sound. There we go. So there we have one extra Moe Kuma. And then that then makes us need more Monokuma photo albums and electronic tables and pin lights. Which pin lights. That. Yeah, let's try to get some more Monokuma things. Monokuma photo albums. Yeah, that looks good enough to me. Yeah. They seem to be very, very reluctant to give you Monokuma photo albums even more than most top tier items. Well, you would kind of think that wouldn't be the case. Alright, well. Let's just double check this before we do anything more. See, yeah, that was like a quarter response. So we're still getting some bad responses for some of these prompts. In a funny way, it does kind of feel like you get to know these characters by having to pick these right responses. This is somewhat similar to the conversation interactions in the adult game Honey Pop, where I'm a big fan of music. I've always wanted to see some live music. Live music. Don't waste your time. Plus, going out to some venue late at night is clear rule violation. Crap, I don't think things went too well.
You understand?
So that seems like that's just a total that seems like that was a total wrong answer. So yeah, it feels like I just need to stop goofing around and go to the library. But kind of in a funny way, Honey Pop has a boring match 3 elements that's not so much the focus because it's all about the adult content anyways. But even in that, I would say there's better conversation that happens. Still looking for Monokuma photo albums, and oil paints wouldn't hurt either. Not trying to craft anything else. So electronic tables need to be a focus. Electronic tables would all be here. Yeah, and that leaves everything else there. Yeah, it seems like at best you get 2 Monokuma photo albums each one. We have a massive amount of people all level up in that case. So that still kind of highlights that everybody is probably getting about the same amount of experience, which obviously that would be the case because they're doing the same thing. Alright, so you just go to the library here. And if you waste time or mess up, maybe we should tidy up a little. That's clearly what he would like. Indeed, I like your attitude. To place value on a book is to place value on knowledge, and more than that, you show moral judgment in wanting to make this public area more beautiful. Simply splendid. But make no mistake, I was thinking of doing the exact same thing. Then shall we begin, my brother in arms? Looks to me like we had a really good time. Yep. Way easier to get the right answer in the library than the music room or the garden. Very possibly there isn't a right answer in the music room or the garden.
Hell yeah.
Isn't that what? See ya.
And we still getting consumables, and we want to use the consumables if possible. So everybody's either up to like 6 or 7. See if we can construct a cheat sheet. Yes, we can. Still looking for electronic tables and Monokuma photo albums. So if we're not gonna make any better progress here, we probably should just then send some of our better people over to this end and hope that that works. Well, regardless, what we really need to do is we need to put everybody on this side over here anyways, because they're about to be exhausted otherwise. And then we'll put everybody else over here. Yeah. There is a problem here though that just occurred to me. Is like we really are just going in circles, and I have lost the plot as far as the final end goal. Yes, in this separate spin-off game, getting up to level 9 to get resources makes sense, but in the longer run we kind of don't need that, and so it really shouldn't be the focus. It should just be the dating, and to get dating we need trip tickets, which does mean we need to do fairly well, but we really don't have to do that well. So I am really on the precipice of getting confused and forgetting what the actual goals that I care about are, and then I might end up playing this a whole nother time, like playing this extra game like several extra times just to try and get everybody's cleaning ability up to the maximum for no reason. When at best, like worst case scenario, 2 people at a level 9 cleaning probably is perfect, even before you can get enough resources on day 1 to upgrade the elements. Huh? So yeah, I messed up so many times. We've triggered this a 3rd time. And if you do this, this is alert, you're concentrating, but this also doesn't ever lower. And I don't know if these are elements because of this game, or if this is simply a case of I have just unlocked all the abilities, and now when I go back and play the main game, it will be like this, where you just have infinite amount of time, infinite amount of health, infinite amount of energy. I mean, it's been hours and hours and hours since we've even done these mini games, so it's a little surprising I even remember which buttons do which. And yeah, since this is the same, obviously, we wouldn't have done this 3 times in a row if there was another one.
You hear me? You understand?
This is a school.
It does feel like each room might have 2 prompts, or maybe the rooms that don't have 2 prompts have are more in the realm of the still didn't get enough electronic tables, huh? Okay, whatever. We're fine. This is Moe. It's got a certain cuteness, I guess, but something about it is off. It's wrong. So do it over. It's a total failure, but you did technically finish your assignment, so I guess I'll give you some more tickets. You received 8 trip tickets. So in this run through, we have to remember that this is the first run through we will have done where we have built each of the backups, so we should get a generic good ending. We want a Monokuma adult, I guess, and we've got a different art there of Monokuma being either attacked by a fish or fishing in the water. Yeah, right here. Okay. So, how are we as far as energy? Pretty bad. reset everybody. Again, seems like it probably makes sense that we'll just have to do that once a week. That will let us, at the very least, also get things to a better level. Right. So what do we need? We need 5 Greek statues. Let's start with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 20 stainless steel sheetings. Can we do that? Sure. You can't hold the A button either, so you just have to tap it 20 times. Alright, we need cardboard. And then power saws, 10 of them. We need tree branches. Okay. And okay, cardboard and tree branches, and then electric tables, our goal. And let's see, Monokuma adult hasn't been shown, so that's going to be one of the question marks. And ideally we'd want to see the other Monokuma backup show up in this game instance too. Right, so electronic tables, cardboard would be, I guess, what we're looking for over here with these guys. So where? We're gonna have to make a split decision here. Where do we get cardboard from? Ah. Well. Okay. I think we'll have to pull that off that way. And give that a try. We are going to run into a problem though, as we start to get everything up to 999. We may get cheat sheets as items, and then the cheat sheets would be finally completely useless. And so you are potentially, by the time you're even done with your second run, going to max out on some elements. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with Taka. And Taka is animating and he's above the line. So I think we're good with Taka.
Well,
Or at least what we should do is go to Sayaka here and focus on her for a while. Okay. I feel like the school store was the easiest one to go with her. And I want to not goof around because we already had kind of any cool DVDs here? That's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, everyone's definition of cool is different, right? If you want to look around, go ahead, no rush, I'll just wait here. I get the feeling she didn't have much fun, so she doesn't like DVDs. Finding good ways to pass time isn't easy. I never really realized it till I came here, but I really don't know what to do when I have free time. I've always been so busy, I guess I just forgot how to keep myself entertained. Well, see you later. So nope, messed that one up. Or got at least a partial right on that one. So yeah, I kind of don't want to make too many mistakes with Sayaka and just get it done with, in hope that maybe I could even go for a third character in this run and actually finish it in the remaining few days. So yeah, I'm once again gonna go to the school store and try and figure out what the 2 responses are, because I know one of them. Organize things, these all kinds of painting. There are all kinds of paintings here. Let's see if she likes that. Oh wow, you're right. And look at that one, it's beautiful. Maybe I should take it and put it in my room.
You see?
My room is kind of bare right now. A painting like that would really help it come to life. I think we both had a pretty good time. There are like 3 different prompts. Thanks for showing me around today. Just spending time with someone helps me recharge, you know. I know some of those prompts were definitely the same as Taka's, so there may just be some areas where there are fewer right answers and more right answers. But that still doesn't really make sense, because the way it really feels like is that there would always be a right answer, a partially right answer, and a wrong answer. But maybe they make less sense than it seems. And they may be randomly mixing and matching the right answers and the wrong answers instead of there being 2 bespoke prompts of 3 collections. Let's see. That's a pretty cute doll. Let's try that one, because this might actually have been the wrong answer. Oh, it really is. But what's it doing in a place like that? Did someone make a point to put it here? I guess they understand though, something like this helps soften the feel of any room it's in. So even though we're in this awful situation, it helps me feel a little better. Maybe I'll stop by and look at it again later. Okay, so we've got 2 good prompts now. Let's go ahead and just skip through as much of this as possible. Of course, again, you run into the situation where you are sacrificing maybe 2 or 3 lines of dialogue because you don't jump to different locations and risk making mistakes. Oh, I guess I should mention that because I reloaded, I watched the trailer again. You get only that opportunity when you are loading up the game, so yeah, I can confirm that the real Junko is in the trailer, and it seems heavily kind of focused on Leon, the trailer. Some of the artwork looks like it wasn't the final artwork. Still trying to find electric tables here. If I was going to make 5 Greek statues, could I do that? Yes, I could. How many stainless steel sheeting could I make? Pretty much none. I'd have to really get a lot of cardboard. And then power saws. Yeah, I think I probably could make enough. So I'll need to think about that, but for the time being, electric tables for at least one day. Let's focus on that. Focus on grinding. I'm gonna put 1 person in charge of trying to get 2 Monokuma things, and there should probably just be 1 person always in charge of trying to get 2 Monokuma family albums every day, because there's probably a limit there. This will be an interesting experiment, actually. Because if we don't get 2 Monokuma family albums with 1 character, then that'll be mostly a waste. We also should look at like some of the items we have now, because it feels like we're going to be hitting a level of just having over 100 of a certain item. Yep, just stick with the school store. Let's go with the armor on this prompt.
Hey,
That armor? Yeah, pretty odd taste, huh? I'm not sure I could ever understand it. Crap, I don't think this went very well. You just feel so drained. Are you not feeling well? I'm not feeling well. I'm gonna go lay down for a while. Goodbye. So that was a really wrong thing. So she likes the painting, she likes the toy, and she likes the gotcha doll from the seeming like looks of it. Alright. A cheat sheet, oil paints, and Monokuma family photo album. And I would still need a ton of cardboard if I'm gonna do that. So we've got a bunch of tired people, which since they're tired, then we should throw them all to this. Seems kind of ridiculous to have a hyped up person do that. Still feel like I need more electronic tables, but we'll throw some people at the cardboard just for safety's sake. And maybe throw some different people at the electric tables. Swap one that way. And yeah, we'll just hit again and see how that works. What we need to figure out is the maximum or minimum number of Monokuma photo albums we will get per group of people. Because it feels like maybe I need to just put 2 or 3 people in the room, or it is just kind of so random that it's not really something you can ever figure out. You know what? This isn't working though with Sayaka going to a school store. We need to go around in circles until we can find the prompts with the extra mini game. Plus it will just be too boring otherwise. Well, look at all the different plants.
okay.
I can't believe they've got all these plants to grow in a room like this. Hope's Peak really is amazing. Oh, and if you look close, you can see all kinds of strange flowers mixed in too. Not just flowers, I've never seen a lot of these fruits before. I feel like you could spend the whole day just walking around here. Looks to me like she had a really good time. So yeah. I had fun, but it's more than just fun. When I'm with you, I feel like I can relax. What about you, Makoto? I really hope you can feel the same way. Well, please invite me out again sometime. It's a promise, okay? Anyway, we should probably get back. These platonic dates are reminding me of a news article that just came out as of this recording where promiscuous casual sex amongst teenagers has severely dropped, according to the study, due to the fact that people are playing video games and just entertaining themselves in other ways, which for the most part is a good thing. Like, it would become a problem certainly if an entire generation of people became completely uninterested and we became like the panda bears. The human race became like the panda bears. But I doubt we're going to run into that being a real issue anytime soon. There's still plenty of people going around. Oil paints. Still low on oil paints. We gotta see how many stainless steel things could we make. 6. And I would need 20. We've got 3 days left. So either I'm going to throw a lot of people at the problem, or I need to just focus otherwise. I think we should probably just focus on more cheat sheets, which would be oil paints more than anything else. And we keep going in circles. Everybody's tired enough that it probably wouldn't hurt to do this. Okay. Where do you get oil paints? From the art room. So I'm gonna put several people over to the art room. And then remove people from there. Still looking for electronic tables or art room. Pin lights, yeah. Alright, that should be good. Good enough. I may very well not have gotten any cardboard, though, so. And at best, I feel like with Sayaka we are at best 6 hearts. So there's, I don't think, a real reason to check out anything yet. Give it 3 more days. Same prompt.
Okay.
So we can just skip all of that. We really are skipping a lot. I keep looking at the clock because I know that actually going through the story, we're making a decent amount of progress, and the game has trained me to expect that you barely make any progress in 2.5 hours. And now that's not really the case.
Hell yeah.
Of course, at this point you actually aren't really ingesting any of the content, and you're
Isn't
just
that wonderful? See?
wasting. Yeah. I don't think I'll have enough of the non-senso beams to potentially let several characters pass out at the same time. Apparently I need more milk too. Yeah, some of these are at 9.99. Interesting. So they are just at like max results. Can I make 20 of these? No, it'd still only be 6. So if I'm gonna do it, I need to put everybody on cardboard duty. Which is probably fine anyways. And 7. I should have given it to the guy that was energetic. Okay. Cardboard. 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 Just having everybody focus on that is probably crazy, but whatever. So we'll try 3 and see if we can get at least 2 Monokumas there. Meanwhile, we'll put the rest of these to get cardboard. Three did get us 2 Monokuma photo albums, which is about as much as we can expect. We just aren't getting different prompts with Sayaka in the garden, so I mean, we can be careful and just keep on doing the garden, and I think that's the right move. Love to just lay down and go to sleep. Want to walk around a bit. The happy blue sky cheers me up. Let's go with this answer. You're right. It's too bad it's not the real sky, but I hope we can take a stroll under the real blue sky again soon. I get the feeling she didn't have much fun, so that was the wrong prompt. So, yep. So yeah, we're still dropping the ball a decent amount of times. But I do want to see at least 2 characters, because I would really like to be able to make sure that there isn't a randomization factor. How many stainless steel do we need? 20? At the end, because it would be believable that if you got 2 characters to 10, it would just pick 1 character and only give you the good ending of that 1 character, and not actually give you both good characters endings. It is also possible that you actually are... Oh man, I may have screwed this up terribly. I almost screwed that up really bad, didn't I? We need tree branches, 1 or 2 tree branches. We also still need milk, and so we need to focus on that. And then pin lights, 2 pin lights and triangle rulers. Alright, so tree branch, hopefully that's enough. And then, well, let's see. That's triangle rulers. That's milk. Does anything else even give you milk besides the kitchen? No. So I'll send a couple tired people to the kitchen. Then I'll put the rest of them in the classroom. And then we'll knock up the amount of Monokuma. Let's see. I don't think we can really do anything else. Not unless I want to knock some people out. Which that might be the move, actually. We might just need to knock some people out. Let's just knock some people out. We've got nonsensu beans anyways, at least 3 of them, so. Yeah, it feels like the system is kind of still somewhat messed up though, because we don't. Seems like we're gonna run into having 99 of a bunch of things, and then still the top tier items are gonna be in scarce supply.
Now then.
What day are we on? Doesn't actually say. So we're at 3.5 with Sayaka, and our arms are moving up and down too, which that doesn't set us in a good position, because it might mean that we are actually a little short on Taka too. So let's see. Alright, well, just start with the dining hall. And try something different. Let's make lunch and go eat somewhere. Oh, you mean a picnic? There's plenty of ingredients here, that's for sure. I think we're okay to use whatever we want, so I can just make anything we can think of. Or when I actually get good at cooking, that is. But if you're here to help me, I'm sure whatever we make will be great. Looks like she had a really good time, so she's bad at cooking. So we are learning more about her. When we go to these different dates. But it definitely shows when you're speeding through this too, how much of this content is just like totally repeated stuff. There we go, we got 2 of those. We can do 1 of those. And at this point we just need pin lights. Huh? This thing just looks like me. It has a zipper on the back. Wait, what's this on the back? A zipper. And is that voice I hear coming from it? Is that a voice I hear coming from the inside? Help me, somebody help me. I think I just heard something I don't think I wanted to hear. ... Listen, is everyone present and accounted for? Nobody missing? Okay, just making sure. ... I guess I'll just pretend like I didn't hear anything. Now I'm almost afraid to ask, but what exactly makes this adult? Wait, no. I know. You're thinking it's kind of adultish to have secrets, right? That's totally an elementary school way of thinking. Aren't you guys all high schoolers? So do it over. It's a total failure, but you did technically finish your assignment, so I guess I'll give you some more tickets. 8 trip tickets. Next concept is heavy arms Monokuma right here. Alright. Apparently nobody even passed out, because we would have gotten that prompt. They were on the verge of passing out. I probably do use the mother's warm milk too early. Whatever. So we have now seen the last Monokuma backup. It is Heavy Armor's Monokuma. So there's basically no more new contents around that idea. And we could look at the materials here. It's like, yeah. Bunsen burners we have 3 of. Small light bulbs we have 10 of. But then significant number of other things we have 99 of. But it may not even really matter. Feels like there should be a trading system. Or something that would at least make sense. So microchip 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep. It also could have easily been a case here where if I was paying better attention, I would build some of these pre-made items. Gas burner 30. I do not have enough for a gas burner. Okay, welder 30. We're gonna have to focus, I think, first and foremost on getting everything that's needed. So I'm only gonna put a few people on pin light duty, and then everybody else is going to have to actually look for flagged items that we're actually looking for. Which I guess is that. Small light bulbs and syringes from the nurse's office. And then a whole bunch of stuff from the physics office. Alright, well. Let's do that, that, and that. And then bring that one up there. Bring that one up there. Alright. Everybody else is going to the apple. Unless we need somebody to get metal plate. Nope, it's way better to go to the apple. Way easier to get metal plates there than there. Which I think that once again highlights an issue. Where the game is not so balanced, or it's less balanced than it probably should be, in that you can get different items for different things. In different places, but not consistently, or not in any way that you could guarantee things like that. What am I trying to really say there? That was a whole bunch of gibberish I just said. They didn't think out the item drop rate or the frequency drop rate at all. Right. Using a trip ticket. And I guess we'll go to the library. Since we've been to the school store. Here we are at the library. It's pretty dusty, blah blah blah. Tidying up is no. Aren't there any comics in here? Let's go with Be Alone.
Hi, Makoto.
Makoto, you aren't thinking dirty thoughts, are you? I can tell because I'm psychic. Just kidding. Oh yeah, I forgot she did that whole gimmick. That was so annoying at the beginning of the game, and it's been so long I completely forgot about it. All I have to do is look at your face and I can tell. Crap. I don't think things went very well at all. So that was a bad prompt. So I guess maybe she does like comics? That might be a localization issue too. There's not a lot of females that are deep in the comics in the West. There's probably there's definitely a lot more I would say Japanese Asians into manga that are female. Although I imagine most females are not reading Shonen Jump and action comics, that they're reading more romance manga or things more targeted to that audience, whereas Marvel and DC comics are not usually ever targeted to females. Let's ask about the comics then. Comics? I don't think they have anything like that here, sorry. See, so that prompt didn't work either. So she literally wants you to tidy up, I guess. And that almost makes it feel like you are potentially just getting right prompts, regardless of who you're with. And maybe that's more of a Japanese thing, that everybody wants to tidy up a library. I'm getting kind of sleepy. I love reading. Yeah, me too. Whenever I read a good book, I feel like I'm looking in on the whole other world. Since it's just words on the page, it really gets your imagination going. I always end up thinking about what I would do if I were in that world. Reading can bring people so much pleasure. I think we both had a pretty good time. Thanks for showing me around today. I spent some time hanging out. It helps me recharge. If you want to, feel free to invite me out again. If we want some free time, I'll do the same thing. So do you want to head back? So yeah, I'm wasting a lot of days actually playing the game, which I shouldn't be doing, obviously. Alright, iron plates we'd still be low on, but let's see if we can make more gas burners. Man, we're gonna have to really focus on that. And then welders. I also need milk at some point. And yeah, pin lights are definitely gonna have to be secondary focus. Not getting any. Okay. More syringes. Need more metal plates too. Stick one there. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go real heavy on this and try and get the resources, because I don't want to drop the ball here. Let's check in with Monokuma and see how much progress we've made with Sayaka. We've got her at 5 1/4 hearts. So we're about halfway with her. And we have trip tickets. We just don't really have as much time as I think we normally would. Some music magazines here. What's the point of these bottles? Let's talk about music magazines.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. It looks like they're all kind of out of date. Still, it's nice to be able to see and touch some small piece of the outside world. Really hope we get out of here soon. Man, so that was the wrong prompt again. They really do just want you to bang your head against these dates. We have 13 more days.
How are you? Isn't that wonderful? See ya later!
And just on the last day, we should probably use the cleaning maestro as to, because so many of the cleaners are straight up just are just at 2. I could probably just have them all clean for one whole day. Right, well, we can make that. So that was a focus. Then 2 of those, 2 of those. Still need 20 more gas builders and 10 more welders. I don't know if I can actually build 2 of these. We'll get 1 built, I think, but it does feel like we would just be really hard pressed in the next 4 days to get enough resources otherwise. We can make a cheat sheet, but then we're back to looking for pin lights and triangle rulers. I don't want to use the iron plates, so if I was going to get more iron plates, I would have to get more iron plates first to make more cleaning maestros. And honestly, not really probably worth it. Okay. Pin light's still something we're looking for, right? Okay. And then we're still looking for syringes or Bunsen burners. I think we need to probably dump a lot more people into Bunsen burners. I'll leave a syringe. And should we just leave 1 to get more milk? I mean, nah. It should be good enough. It's really hard to have anything new to say or make any new commentary here. We're just, when you're just playing such a generic game. Alright. Use a trip ticket. Rec room. Let's see, horoscopes or playing darts? Or is it kind of boring here, huh? How could that ever be the right response? Let's try darts. Darts, oh how wonderful. I've always wanted to give it a shot. Seemed like such an adult-only game. I was always intrigued by it. Makoto, can you teach me how to play? Looks like me and had a really good time, so playing darts was the right prompt. So let's go ahead and skip the rest of this. Then skip the rest of this. 12 more days. I suppose there is an argument to that even if you don't have enough time to get up to 10 hearts, which pretty much I won't have enough time to get up to a second tier of 10 hearts, that it's still kind of worth your effort. Alright, well, we'll make a clean maestro. While we're at it, now we need pin lights and triangle rulers. And could I make 20 microchips? Sure. At the very least, that gets the resources somewhat down. Could I make 30 gas burners? No. Could I make 30 welders? Yes. But there's kind of no point in doing any of that. Should just focus on maybe getting a silver spoon while we're also trying to get triangle rulers and pin lights. Alright, pin light. This guy's gonna have to rest. We don't want him passing out. Silver spoon would be food. So if we put all the tired people on food, that actually might work very well. And then energetic people for pin lights. And little Monokuma photo albums. Still try to get 2 of those each time. There we go. So yeah, once again, I'm just trying to satisfy my own curiosity, I suppose, with what the prompts would be in different rooms, because it does kind of feel like you're gonna end up having to have 3 interactions in each room. Well, I guess if you get a prompt with darts, you know that's the right answer. So next time I'll jump to the music room. But notice we're not running into any like heart mini games, so they clearly don't take place in certain areas. All right. I can make another clean maestro. Certainly. Could I can make almost 15 welders, well, I would need 30, so we know we're close there, and we know we're close there. You can make another warm mother's milk, which is probably fine. Probably don't need to waste anything trying to make spirit bombs, although it may not matter. I think you could probably make 1 or 2 spirit bombs and get some boosts on some items. Need triangle rulers. See how tired everybody is. Alright, we got a cheat sheet here, which just use to bring up that. So everybody should, I think, swap over to this. And everybody tired should swap over to this. Definitely, we don't want people passing out. There we go. I'm still hoping to see everybody just level up more. And I'm not sure we're gonna actually make it to that. So with 10 days left,
Now then.
we wouldn't have to have her at the max. And we can see we don't have her at the max. We have only 7 1/4. So we're gonna use the
Well,
remaining 10 days to basically bait her and make sure we get all the prompts. Which I suppose this points out that you could have done this a lot better and tried for, even in your first run through, to have gotten 2 people to the max of 10 and then used the extra days to do the normal hangout stuff, to do the main game dating to get skill points and unlock skills. Love to hear you sometime. This is a really nice place to perform. Want to do some karaoke. Like it seems like all of these would be about the same prompt, but let's go with karaoke.
okay.
Oh, that sounds fun. Will you duet with me? It's okay, I don't mind
Hi,
learning.
Makoto.
Leading. Oh, but when it's anything besides karaoke, would you mind leading? Kidding. I think we both had a pretty good time. Yeah, and seeing that's a localization issue there, where she's telling him to be more romantically aggressive and basically assertive, sexually speaking with her. This is another instance of just how the subtleness of the words and the translation of what they're saying leaves a lot of the context on the floor, on the cutting room floor, when translated to another language. That she totally was flirting with him. And the whole kidding thing is also very much a Japanese thing to say. I believe it's nanda, which means kidding, after saying something.
Isn't that wonderful? See ya.
Okay. Well, we still, I don't think, could have gotten enough gas burners. Can get one cheat sheet, but we need some more electronic tables, and we need some more oil paints. Meanwhile, we've got... oh, he made it to level 9. Good. Should put this one here. And it's kind of no point not to just energize everybody back up. I'll just want to make sure we have everything. This is last day. More cheat sheets. Oil paintings and electric tables. Which electric tables are the data center. So let's put everybody big in the data center and everybody low in the oil paintings. We might be doing this wrong. We might get them more leveled up if we put them in the top tier areas. Yeah, that very well might be the case. Alright. Just stick with that. Then that. And balance that out a little bit and go. So ideally what we would see here is that everybody else would level up. On this turn, that didn't happen. Right. I think Sayaka has at least 2 more dates in her, in which we need to get it right, and then we'll, I imagine, just kind of experiment with the next character to try and see if we can figure out the right prompts. I've always wanted to see some live music. I feel like that's the right prompt. Yeah, I'd like to go too. So this is a good example of showing that it's not just that some prompt is the right answer for every character. It's that there are different prompts that are right for different characters, which confuses the issue somewhat. Of course, you could just have a walkthrough in front of you and then you'd know what to do. I haven't had much time lately to do anything like that, thanks to my own work schedule, but going to see other perform is a really good learning experience. Wait, you weren't talking about going to see me perform, right? ... Ah, now I'm all embarrassed. Thanks for showing me around today. Just spending some time with me helps me recharge, you know. If you want, feel free to invite me out again. And if I have some free time, I'll do the same thing. It might be that the reason why we got the mini game with Taka and we're not getting with Sayaka has more to do with the fact that I just was really dropping the ball on Taka's dates. And then it was just kind of forcing me into the mini game so I have a better chance of succeeding. We didn't get enough oil paints. We could craft one of those and that's probably fine. I mean, honestly, there is an argument here that if you have 99 of anything, you should probably pull at least one of everything down. I mean, it wouldn't kill you, certainly, to have one of something. Now that we have so much resources. At least now we know we've crafted one of everything in the game. And that didn't really affect anything as far as building cheat sheets. And I don't think it really affected anything as far as building cleaning maestros. Whoa, a fully functional chest cannon. Now this is what I'm talking about.
Very nice.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's every man's dream to have a total badass war machine at his disposal. You guys totally get me. Alright, let's open fire. The instant Monokuma pulled the trigger, there's a flash of light and the cannon let loose. Ooh-ah. At the same time, the backup body got blown back by the force of it. Damn it, you guys. You just built this thing for stupid comedy routine, didn't you? Well, you know what? Do it over. It's a total failure, but you did technically finish your assignment, so
What are you gonna
I guess
do?
I'll give you some more tickets. Received 9 trip tickets. Next concept is Monokuma. Doesn't matter what you the goal is though, because we're pretty much going to end up with the non-Monokuma
Isn't
Monokuma.
that wonderful? See ya.
Alright, well, so we need 9 Greek statues. And then 10 microchips. Which means I didn't waste my time building 10 extra microchips. And 29 books of secret poems. Hmm. 10 more. Really annoying sound. And 50 paints. Jeez. Okay. Otherwise, I don't think there's really a need to do anything else. We're just looking for oil paints, and I feel like we're gonna run into that when we need to make paint anyways. Nope, actually that's just watercolor paint and tree branches. Everybody's energetic. I could spirit bomb a character, and probably should, since he's at the max anyways. And I do feel like I should just make everybody clean after constructing one of these. But yeah, because I don't think I'm going to be able to make any more paints. So I should probably like try to have everybody clean. Okay. Need that. And that. And that. And that. I also need a bunch of tree branches. So let's do that and that. And that. Do that. And that. And that. And that. And then fast forward. How in the world did I not end up with any tree branches at all? No, I'm misreading here. I just overlooked it. I got 60 tree branches. Right. Sayaka, I want to do one more with Sayaka in the garden. What happened? Why'd Sayaka go all quiet all of a sudden? What should I do, huh? That voice, could it be? Are those Sayaka's inner thoughts? So, affirmation negation again. Trigger happy heart segments. What should I do? Makoto, he's someone I know I can trust completely. But sometimes he can be a little too nice. If we get too close, I could just up being a nuisance. That's probably negation, needs to be shot there. I hate the idea of it. This is interesting background music. I hate the idea of giving someone a reason to dislike me. Again, all kinds of different poses in the background. I want to know more about him. I wonder if he thinks I'm strange. I'll just negate that. There was another line of dialogue, but whatever. Absolutely not. Huh? Absolutely not. What? You just feel the way you feel. There's no way I'd ever think that was strange.
Hi,
Makoto? Thank you. I kind of figured you'd say that. But right now I haven't figured out exactly what's going on with me. Will you wait and listen to everything I have to say someday? Of course. I'm ready whenever you are. Of course, like, seeing a sequence like this really seems out of place, knowing that Sayaka basically tried to frame you for murder and in order to escape at in the first chapter of the game. So even when you get like really close to a character, you know half of these characters are murderers, and the game made them murderers so that when they were murdered it felt justified, which then in retrospect, now that you're doing this prequel content, makes it feel kind of silly and pointless to want to actually like the characters or get closer to the characters. All right.
Yes, indeed. Now then.
I don't think there's a need to do Sayaka anymore,
Now then.
but we'll double check. Nope, there still is. And after we get Sayaka to 10 hearts, we need to probably date her one more time. That way we just know for certain that they both are at the maximum.
Well,
And we've got a few more days to test that out. And correct it if that isn't an issue. We'll go back to the garden. And see if this gave me the same mini game. Oh, that was the wrong prompt, and I had already done that one.
yes.
Darn it. It's too easy to mess up. You really should just pick one area or have a walkthrough in front of you. And honestly, I think it probably isn't worth it to try and struggle through a game like this. This is very reminiscent of the NES era of games where there were just secrets and hiddens that you would just never really figure out, not unless you grinded for way too much time and wasted a lot of your life on trying to figure things out. And the reason games in the NES era were like that is because they knew they were super strong, super small games, and they were fairly expensive, so they needed to justify themselves in game hours.
Let's do it.
Plus they had the hint lines of many sorts.
Isn't that wonderful? See?
We got 6 days. 1, 2, 3. We still need 20 more paints. I need more watercolor paints. and cheat sheets, electronic tables, watercolor paints, and electronic tables. Okay, electronic table. Art room would be watercolor paints. Think we'll probably have to leave some of these still going like that. Okay. And Chihiro leveled up, but a lot of people haven't been leveling up. Not as much as I'd like them to. I think we need to do one more Sayaka trip minimum. You can't really rush through this, otherwise you open up your
listen.
But where would we sleep? You get super sore sleeping on a bench. But sleeping on the ground is kind of sorry, crap. Alright, so that wasn't the right prompt either. So it's the walking around one, obviously is the right prompt. And I'm just quickly running out of time. It should be easier than this. Alright, construct 8 more paints. There we go. So that confirms our victory there. I should have used the cheat sheet. What do we need now for cheat sheets? Pin lights and triangle rulers. And I think what we'll do probably is have everybody just clean. Right. Well, we can use this now to bring up everybody. We also just do this to bring that up. And get that up to 7. And then get that up to 8. We have 5 days. I think we can fairly easily get at least 2 more cheat sheets. But then we're kind of done with it. So, what were we needing again? Triangle rulers and pin lights. And everybody's gonna be at high energy. So, big numbers go to pin light. Smaller numbers go to this. I'm trying to balance it out as much as possible, but I'm also just going quiet. one more. I've been saying like one more date. You also have like way too many trip tickets. I don't feel like in this playthrough, well, yeah, there was some at the beginning that I did still do the main story, hanging out with people in the presents. Right. Well, I guess this gives us another opportunity to potentially skip. And we can see what the final line is. I don't think today is the day. Let's see, it just cycles back through. I almost wanna get it wrong, just to see if I'd take a heart of damage. Really, I don't think I would want to do that. Though it would be really stupid to drop the ball at the 1 yard line, as it were, and not end up at 10 hearts of affection. Well, we should now be at least 10 hearts of affection, and we should probably hang out with Taka one more time, just to see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Wow. If we could get some more pin lights, we could get even more. 8, 8, 8. We'll just bring everything up on the first row to 8. And yeah. Pin lights. Everybody that's focusing on a pin light, I guess, should just focus on a pin light. And then everybody else. Well, anybody that said a 2 should clean, because then that at the very least will tell us something about just how quickly it would take to level up the cleaning. Because like this guy's been at 8, I think, from the beginning. So either it takes a lot of experience that may very well not roll over, or alright, let's see. Or they stop at 8 and you have to use the cleaning to get to the max. Cleaning Maestro. So yeah, I would have hoped to have seen a lot of people level up there, and they didn't. Alright.
Now then.
Let's see where we are. Okay, well, that clearly shows that there's a little bit lacking as far as Taka, so we need to go back and check on Taka. She has, with Sayaka, see, 3, 6, 9, 10. You may very well also only be able to get one ending, which, if that's the case, that seems really unfair and silly, that you would potentially be able to only get one ending per per round of this game, because I don't know if I really want to bother with that at that point. And I may just want to wrap up and stop playing this game. It's crazy though, because I put so many hours into this. I want to get the last few achievements, but
You understand?
but I don't know if I really even want to make footage if I'm just gonna have to grind through things for potentially 9 other runs of this.
You hear me?
Yeah. There's no way to skip a lot of this stuff.
Hey there. Isn't that wonderful?
It also might be a
See-o?
case with the cleaning that you actually can't get any progress on cleaning unless there actually is cleaning that needs to be done. That could be the case. We'll just like use up all of the stuff we had. Okay, we would need 1 silver spoon. If we could find the silver spoon, that would be useful too. I mean, otherwise pin lights. Okay. So silver spoon. Silver spoon would be searching that. So I'd have to get fairly quickly good at that. We should have that one clean though with energy, then that might explain something. Alright, so yeah, I'm just risking it pretty much. My hope is that we'll get lucky and we'll get a silver spoon, and we'll get lucky and we'll get enough experience. Yep, seems like we did get lucky enough.
Now then.
So let's see where we are now. Okay. That didn't seem like that knocked down anything. So I think we're gonna get the good ending, or the good ending for Taka and Sayaka. Otherwise, I just played the first run through pretty badly, and then I would have to run through each character each time. And there definitely is a way to save some time as far as this series. I think I would have to edit it. If I don't get the secret item, which is their underwear, which will probably just be 8-bit underwear for both Taka and Sayaka, then pretty much what I think I would want to do is play an entire run off screen and then start the next recording with me right at the ending of a third run with Sayaka, because so we could see that ending, and then I would pretty much want to just pause the recording at that point and go through a 4th run with Byakuya and just kind of save everybody some time, because there's literally nothing new to like say here. Well, there's a little bit with Byakuya at that point, because we haven't hung out with Byakuya. So like going on these trip tickets would show new dialogue, but we would have to kind of skip everything else. Let's see. I think he would want something to drink. Well, how considerate of you. I'll have a coffee then. Drip brew only.
Naturally.
Make sure it's civic coffee. I accept no substitutions. That's a pretty tall order. It looks to me like he had a really good time. It's grown so late already. Look how you've consumed my precious time. Perhaps it was too great an honor for you. Well, I expect you to make the same effort to earn such an honor next time as well. So then, let's go. So I think for the Byakuya, that's actually a positive response. And we got 3 more days, and it will become slightly more questionable whether we think we can get a Monokuma photo album, electric tables, and pin lights. Where probably could get another silver spoon and another iron plate. Or I could just leave it all and call it a day and have everybody clean for the last 3 days. Just bring that up to 8. I think it's probably too late to have people try to clean, and it's probably too late to try and get any more cheat sheets. So silver spoon and iron plates should be our focus, which silver spoon and iron plates, are they both in the same place? Iron plates are here, and silver spoon would be there. And then just have people clean again. Anything else we get is pretty much unimportant. 2 silver spoons, 2 iron plates. That should be enough for at least 1 more cleaning maestro. And what we should do here is just try to figure out Byakuya's answers for other areas, so that we can keep things interesting, at least for the last couple days. We're not going to get them up to 10 hearts, obviously. We will get 200 more Monokuma tokens. What's the lantern doing here? Let's dig for treasure. I think what's the lantern doing here is probably the better prompt.
What are you thinking?
Yes, why does this place have so many useless items?
Come on.
But such a question itself is useless. Stop subjecting me to your meaningless existence. I get the feeling you didn't have much fun, so that was the wrong response.
Goodbye.
I thought he might enjoy a mystery. Keep on skipping. Day 48. I assume Monokuma's not gonna be particularly interested in giving us any more cheat sheets or anything like that. Yeah, it seems like we could probably still get another cleaning maestro. So we'll leave everything exactly where it was and fast forward. And see, and even at level 2, they seem like they aren't really getting a lot of experience very fast. If I have all the characters at level 9, it may not be worth it to even get items to upgrade. Want to go check out the back room?
That's enough.
Wouldn't recommend it. Curiosity killed the cat, as they say.
Such ignorance.
Your best bet to survive as a commoner is close your eyes, cover your ears, and keep your head down. I think we both had a pretty good time, so that was the right response. I suppose there are worse fates than spending some idle time on your worthless invitations. Frankly, I didn't think you'd ever convince me of that. Let's see if we can do the same thing next time.
Let's go.
Well, then we should head back. He's like the only character that they animate walking away from the screen too. Like, it's so in his personality to walk away from people that they made a special point of it. Alright. Monokuma. We got Monokuma. Where would we have been able to... We didn't get enough silver spoons. Okay. So, and using items would be fairly pointless at this point. Let's see. Could we have done 10 Greek statues? Yes. Could we have done 20 microchips? Yes. Could we have done 30 secret books of poem? Seems like the answer to that is yes. So if we can build another one here, we might as well do it until we jump into another run and realize that none of the extra things we created would overlap. Could we have done paint though? No, we could literally only make 3 paints. And unless there was a big achievement for like crafting things, I don't see a real reason to even go through the effort of pretense and like crafting a whole bunch of stuff here, because you just lose it all. We know we lose it all. We know none of this rolls over into a new game plus. And this whole tools section is pretty much unimportant after the first week or so. What the? That's not even a Monokuma anymore. We did build every Monokuma back up though, so this should be the good ending at the very least of the main game, and a good ending with at least Taka, if not Taka, and Sayaka if you can have 2. Fine, whatever. You finished it, so I guess I'll give you a reward or whatever. But it's already been 50 days, you know. The whole thing seems totally pointless. Maybe I should figure out another approach. Go ahead and waste your time however you want till we're all done. You received 4 trip tickets. Seems like you've been working really hard. And to reward you for all your effort, let me give you this. 200 Monokuma tokens. Now, to use that, well, you don't need me to tell you, right? Today is your weekly day off. Okay, dismissed. So they give you 4 trip tickets, which is more than you could ever use. So it seems kind of pointless. But I mean, we might as well keep on trying to learn more about the right responses for Byakuya. That way we can do better next time. Let's see. What kind of magazines do you like? Economic periodicals mainly. Let me guess, you prefer gossip magazines and comic collections. I get the feeling you didn't have much fun.
Goodbye.
Byakuya in particular seems like he's going to be a pain in the butt. To try and figure out what a good place would be to even take him to. Yeah, personally, I just don't know if I could really have a lot of fun with a character like Byakuya, who's just gonna be a killjoy, no matter what you do. Let's see. Let's ask if you can play any instruments. All the standard ones, yes, it's part of a typical education for one who calls themselves a Togami. Showing any weakness opens the door to defeat. My knowledge is my armor. Not that someone like you could even imagine what I'm talking about. He's right, I can't. He's not even being able to play an instrument gonna lead. How is not being able to play an instrument going to lead to defeat? I think we both had a pretty good time, so we at least know that's the right response.
Let's go.
But yeah, 2 hangouts max. So why'd they give you 4 tokens? Tickets.
Okay.
And we're at day 5. I guess day 50 is also a holiday. This is the final day of your precious carefree school's ride.
Don't believe it.
Whether that makes you want to jump for joy or weep till you die doesn't matter. This is it. So for the rest of the day, do your very tippy-top best. So there was a couple extra days. But yeah, I don't think, unless I had just played perfectly, I would have been able to get Byakuya to the max either, on top of the others. Something seems off.
I see.
What do you mean something seems off about me being in a place like this? Is that what you mean? You're honest, Makoto, I'll give you that. Honestly is a virtue, but also a good way to shorten your lifespan. Still interesting. Perhaps it's best for someone like me to keep people like you around. You know, irregular people. Looks like he had a good time. So apparently that was the right response for him in the garden, which is weird. Well, one more time with Byakuya, and we'll go to the rec room because we didn't get the right response. And I'm most confused about what the right response in the rec room would have been. Of course, I'm probably gonna sleep. Is that a slot machine back there?
What are you thinking?
Good question. This is a school, isn't it? Why would they put something like that in here? Oh yeah, there is a slot machine in the back left in this image. I don't think that's in the main game.
That's right.
Maybe it's for you, Makoto. I can't imagine too many other ways for you to show off that lucky student talent of yours. So go ahead, let's see it in action. Looks to me like you had a really good time. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think that slot machine is in the main game. I think they changed the background scene. Yeah, but I could be wrong about that, definitely. It's been so long. There was some extra dialogue there I skipped. But whatever. So let's see the ending, and then we'll call it an episode. Man, we've gone a little longer than I thought we would. The morning of the 51st day arrived, and Monokuma told us to head to the gym.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Quiet down and
Good
listen.
morning.
Well now.
As you should all know, today brings an end to the period of time I promised you. But it sure was a long time, huh? You all got up to this and that and that and this. Of course, that's only because you were slacking off instead of focusing on building decent backups. Ugh, I was ready to die from boredom. This was a worse way to die than reaching out to grab a salmon than slipping and tumbling over a waterfall. If you're so bored, why didn't you just make your own backups? What did you say? What did you just say? Ugh, I'm so flipping angry now. This is all the same dialogue as before. What the hell, man? We totally made you a backup. You did? You made this? You created it? You assembled it? To put it more succinctly, this was you? This is no Monokuma. It's a stupid pink rabbit. Are you trying to deny my existence entirely? I didn't ask you to put your own spin on this.
Oh.
If you're going to criticize us for our creativity, I would suggest you give us more concrete instructions.
So it's
Yeah, seriously. It's like you handed a sketchbook and gave us very vague specifications, and now you're all mad.
Just give up.
Indeed. If you're going to complain about it, build your own damn backup however you see fit.
What are you gonna do?
I guess I have no choice. Your real school life is going to have to start right now. I didn't want to have to do it, but I guess I'm going to have to lift the ban. This is new dialogue, I think. Lift the ban on what? Phew. On something that should make you all work a little harder. Looks like the carrot I put in front of you isn't working, so it's time to put the stick behind you. Are you talking about some kind of punishment?
What the heck?
Well, you guys deserve it, don't you? You didn't satisfy my request even a little bit.
Stop fucking around.
You're the one who kept demanding all that silly shit. Without all that, we would have been fine.
What the heck?
Yeah, quit trying to blame us for all this. Blah blah blah, all you want. My mind's made up. From this point forward, each time you fail your project review, I'll select one of you to be the class representative, and that person will be punished.
And
Punished, what do you mean exactly?
in other words.
Oh, well, how to put it simply.
Bear it.
Execution.
What?
Execution? Surprised. Huh? Surprised, huh? I guess it's time I show you who's boss. What?
Ridiculous.
You can't be serious. You can't kill someone for something like that. What's the big deal? I just moved the schedule up a little bit. That's all.
Huh?
The schedule? What the hell are you talking about? Pew. That part's still a secret.
Now then.
So, for now, let's just announce who will be punished this time. What? You're lying, right? You can't be serious. You're seriously gonna punish us? So I wonder if this is the quote-unquote good ending with like Taka or Sayaka. Of course, if that's the case and he picks Sayaka, then it almost feels like I accidentally am gonna just copy the events of the main game.
Of course.
Didn't you hear me the first time? Well, you got cotton in your ears?
Well now.
Okay then, who should I pick? Just kidding, I already know. Today's punishment goes to Makoto. You're up, big boy. So I guess he's probably gonna pick Makoto every time. What? Hold on a second, you're gonna punish me? How come?
Hey,
Well, see, an average useless kid like you either dies first or turns out to be the main character. So this time, let's make you the one that dies first. You can't be serious.
now then.
Okay, let's get this show on the road. Wait, this isn't... Why are we... Now then, I prepared a very special punishment for Makoto Naegi, the ultimate lucky student. Let's get everything we've got. It's punishment time. Okay, so it is obviously going to be Makoto every time that gets picked for a good ending. And I don't particularly feel like getting the good ending this time has created a scenario where we would see this dialogue if we didn't build the Monokumas. In fact, there is almost an argument against wasting a lot of time to build the Monokumas anyways, instead of just like having everybody do very little work and slack off so that you can just fast forward through the main game mechanic. Here we have a question mark. Hold it. Huh?
I won't forgive you.
I won't let this tyranny go on any longer, so we're gonna see this character that I think shows up in the sequel, and I assume she's going to be the embodiment of hope. Hey, what's going on now?
No fucking way.
The robot we made, did it just... It moved and talked.
What?
What is this? So it almost makes it seem like some kind of magic force or aliens or something controls robots and puts personality into them. What is this?
Everyone.
It's a miracle, is what it is. The miracle everyone hoped and wished for. I wasn't expecting Monokuma to particularly have such a saccharine sweet voice actress, or any voice actually. Huh? You heard our wishes, then you're alive? What are you?
That's right.
I'm Usami, which Usa, I feel like maybe in Japanese might be somewhat close to bunny or rabbit. I forget the word for bunny in Japanese. It's what Sailor Moon's name is in Japanese. Is her name is Bunny. And Ursa, of course, is Latin for bear. And she does kind of look like a half bunny, half bear character. Or maybe just is supposed to be all bear. She's not split up and down in the face. Instead, she has a magic wand with angel wings and double angel wings on her back and a bow on her ear, pink rosy cheeks, angel wing necklace with a gem. So she does definitely look like she's a good character. I wouldn't be surprised if she shows up in the second game though, and she tries to do good things but fails miserably at it and actually makes things worse. Specifically, the amazing messenger from the future, magical miracle girl Usami.
Hey.
Now listen here, Monokuma. It's time to give it up. Saying she's from the future might also play into a overarching storyline of the Danganronpa series. But you're not supposed to show up yet. If you're gonna make your entrance now, the timeline's gonna get all... Though apparently Monokuma does know about time travel also. No questions allowed. Bouffoir. What a weird way to pronounce that. And he's sweating, so clearly he's afraid of her. And then we've got a custom animation of them fighting and underwear flying out and ice cream and nuts and bolts. Cha, hiya, hiya, hiya.
Enough already.
Hey, knock it off. Are you seriously gonna try and finish me right here?
I won't forgive you.
Absolutely. Kia, kia, kia. Go on, stop it. Now for the coup de grace, the Usami final splash spark. Yeah. He's upside down on his head. Justice always prevails. Oh, this wasn't supposed to happen till the sequel. So they're teasing the sequel, clearly, in this 1.2 reloaded version. I hope you learned a lesson, mister. Stop all this nonsense and let them go. Okay. Here, take it. Do whatever you want. Monokuma handed something to Usami, then left on wobbly legs.
Huh?
What the hell? See, and this is funny because we know that this is the fake Junko, Mukura Ikasabi. And so basically everybody is gonna be able to escape.
What?
What do we create, man? Is it gonna go out and destroy the entire human race? It's a good question. What are you? Let's see.
That's right.
I represent the bond you've all created here.
Got it?
And that bond itself represents a fragment of hope. The light from each one of you is overlapped, creating me, a road sign leading you from the future.
Everyone.
And you did it. You did great, everyone. From the
What are
future.
you thinking?
What do you mean by that?
Got it?
That's not important. And since it's not important, I don't need to tell you. Now put your collective hand out. I have something for you. And what she gave us was something that Monokuma had just given her. That this is some kind of device.
Perhaps.
If I had to guess, I would say it's...
That's right.
That's right. Press that button and the door in the main hall opens wide. Then
I see.
we can leave.
Let's do it.
Yeah, boy.
That's good.
I'm so happy.
Well.
It was a long, hard road, but finally. I'm just so glad we made it here together. Yeah, that's awesome. Super awesome. Usami watched us all celebrating, a smile on her face. I had no idea what Usami really was, but one thing I did know is that she saved us, which is why I wanted to make a point to thank her. Usami, thanks for saving us. We owe you our lives. Well, this certainly explains how the sequel to the game potentially probably plays out. That everybody will be alive in the sequel because Usami, in this 1.2 reloaded version of the game and of the timeline, went back in time and saved everybody. Which means that a lot of things will not be known. The characters won't really know each other, and they may just be reset to not really trusting each other, and that probably would suck. And the idea that Mukura Ikasaba and Junko are potentially going to still be amongst the group and probably the bad guys would be an issue in the sequel. Yeah. So I would almost prefer the sequel to continue the main story or be an alternate universe completely. We owe you your lives. Oh, you don't need to thank me. You're the ones who brought me here. And now, from this point on, huh? Actually, never mind.
Everyone.
Listen, everyone. All the time you spent here together. All the time you spent building up your hope. Your bond, no matter what. Don't lose that. Don't give in to despair. Please, just do your best. ... Usami. Hey, she just stopped. Did she run out of batteries? That can't be. You never installed any kind of power supply. Huh? Then how did she move around in the first place? Stop talking. This is all totally occult. Maybe he's right. But no matter what Usami was, she stood up to Monokuma and saved us all. It's not always true, however, that your enemy of your enemy is your friend.
Hey, listen.
Ugh, why you gotta ruin things every freaking time? Can't you just say nothing and let us enjoy this?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get the hell out of here. Good idea. Monokuma might change his mind and come back. Then we're all in trouble.
Okay.
Alright, let's get ready to split. Girl, I was about to say that. Everyone started getting ready to leave. Meanwhile, I turned back towards Usami one more time. Usami. But there was no reaction at all. It was just like everything she'd done before was just a hallucination. Makoto. What is it, Kyoko?
Hey.
What Usami told us. The bond that we created here. That bond is a fragment of hope.
However.
What do you think she meant by that? I can't be sure, but I think she meant that the connections we form between each other, that's where hope is born. Our connections are hope. To share a connection with another, that creates a light that can dispel any darkness.
See.
And that light illuminates the road into the future. Is that what you're saying?
Okay.
The connection between people might just be one little fragment, but the more people you bring together, the brighter the fragment can shine. This is a fairly happy-go-lucky ending for this game. And this also highlights the problem of having 15 characters in a room at one time, is that everybody's got to have their own 2 lines of dialogue. Yeah, I think you're right. Over the last few weeks, we've all gotten something from each other, and I know that much for sure. Before we arrived, each of us was a tiny little fragment scattered throughout the world. We each had something we were trying to carry within us alone. We had no idea that the consequences of that kind of thing led to despair every single time. But that's what we learned while we were here, while we worked together hand in hand. All it takes is holding someone's hand in yours, and the despair starts to fade. And if that doesn't go away with 2 people, then 3. And if that's not enough, just keep adding more. And now, we're all gonna leave here together, just like that. ... Junko, or Mukura, is just silent. Junko, is something wrong? No, I'm fine.
Could it be?
Oh, you're probably thinking the same thing as I am, huh? Once we get out of here, is everyone going to go their separate ways, or will we stay in touch? I mean, we're all friends now, right? So this is not a final farewell. The time we spent here together, the memories we created, will always be real.
So it was.
Yeah, Sakura's right. If it's too sad for us to part ways, then let's not part ways. Yeah, we should meet up every once in a while and talk about the good old days.
Yay!
Ah, that sounds like fun.
I see.
Yes, what a splendid idea. Renewing old friendships is an excellent way to enrich your life.
You know what I mean.
But I don't really want to remember anything about this place.
Yo.
Well, it's not like we gotta sit around remembering stuff, right? Anyways, it's still too early to be planning this kind of thing. That's true. First we gotta get out of here. And we can go back to wherever we came from. That's right, back. Back to those boring, peaceful, incredibly important days. Together with everyone else. That fragment of hope each of us had buried within our hearts. The future born from that hope might have moments of despair, but even so, everything has begun from there. And so here we have the part where it faded black. So obviously this is the extra stuff you get for getting relationships to the max. Maybe I should talk with everyone a little more before we go. And so it seems like we are going to get both Taka and Sayaka. And this would be the point where I might be in trouble if it actually did show them in the nude when they hand me their underwear item, but I doubt that's what's going to happen. That would just be so out of the blue. But maybe it's making me pick. I decided to talk to Taka one more time before we all left. I wondered if it was the last time we'll ever see this place. The time we spent here didn't make much sense, but looking back, I can't say I didn't have fun. There's still some mysteries left. What was Monokuma really? Why'd we end up here? I still don't have answers, but I'll have time to figure that out once we escape. ... Taka. We're about to get out of here, but you don't look too happy about it. Makoto, don't laugh, okay, huh? I'm scared. Here, we have structure, order, discipline. What's waiting for us out there? I don't see it just as just escaping, you know. Couldn't you say that as students, we're protected by the school? That's what I started thinking about while we were sealed up in here. I see. Graduating from high school and going out into the world definitely takes courage.
You hear me?
But still, I know we can't just stand here. I think I learned that here too, Taka.
In other words,
I still hate geniuses. That's definitely hasn't changed. But the other parts of me have changed. The fact that he hates geniuses came more around from the main game hanging out with him, not the extra game trip ticket hanging out with him. All that matters is that I keep pushing forward. I had it all wrong, you know? I always thought that showing emotion, showing certain concern or pain was a sign of weakness, but that's not true at all, and you taught me that. Thank you, Makoto. You don't know how grateful I am. This place was strange, definitely, but I also learned a lot while I was here, so I'm glad to have spent my time here. I feel the same way. Our time here was bizarre, that's for sure, but we built some good memories too, which is why I have to believe this isn't the last time we'll see each other.
Hey,
Makoto, huh?
you hear me?
I need you to promise me something. You do?
Listen to me.
Remember what I told you before about taking aim and doing our best together. Okay, Keep trying and the world will reward you. Defeat the geniuses. I'm gonna go with defeat the geniuses. Defeat the geniuses, right?
You hear me?
In a general sense, I guess you could say that. But no, not exactly. Did you forget what I said? No, I mean you said... Alright, so I got that wrong. It doesn't matter. Keep trying your best and the world will reward you. That's right. And I want you to help me achieve that. Wait, what? But that's just like a figure of speech, right? No. It's more than that. This world doesn't belong to the geniuses. Try hard enough and your efforts will pay off. I'll see to that myself. And to do that, I've decided to become a politician. Oh, wow. See, it would be very weird, though, if Taka became a politician and all the characters were aged up quite a bit for the sequel. Although that would work fairly nicely, because then you could have a whole new generation of kids forced to go through the murder mystery games. Or you could have Taka as like a young adult politician forced into murder games. But I feel like you would want to not completely skip over what's happening in the outside world. That still needs to be explained, the whole tragedy stuff. His grandpa was a politician, so I'm sure he has what it takes to become one too.
You understand?
Why are you standing there like this? Doesn't concern you. You have to become a politician too. Together we can advocate for my ideas and change this country. What? No way. There's no way I could become a politician. Totally impossible. In the face of effort, nothing is impossible. Ha ha ha. Taka's face was shining with an inner glow. I saw then that no matter what darkness might stand before him, he would shine through it. He stood there smiling, talking about the future he was going to create. And I realized there was one of many shapes that hope could take. So, yeah, you get the 8-bit underwear. You received Kiyotaka's undergarments as a present. Is there anyone else you would like to talk to? Yes. So it does let you go through the whole thing. All right. Well, so that works nicely, but you can only talk to people. You get the relationship up to the max, and this is going to take a while. Decided to talk to Sayaka one more time before we left. I wonder if it was the last time we'd ever see this place. The time we spent here didn't make much sense. Blah blah blah. It's the same dialogue. Do we really need that intro every time? It's finally time, but it took so long just to get here. You mean to the gym? No, silly. What I mean is, we're finally ready to leave Hope's Peak Academy, right? Sorry. No, it's okay. I'm sure what I'm saying doesn't make any sense.
Listen.
But what I'm feeling doesn't make much sense either. I feel like so many miracles had to happen to me to get out of here. I can't explain this sensation, but why? Sayaka. ... Is it like deja vus? I feel the same way. Miracles can happen. No, we can make miracles happen. That sounds like the Makoto I know. But miracles aren't all that common in everyday life, right? So this miracle, Sayaka.
You see,
You worked to create a future for yourself. It was meant to be. And then it came to pass because of you. But for me, it's different. The future I'm facing now, it's a miracle. She's right. I guess they're basically directly saying, oh yeah, I'm alive when I was supposed to be dead. Just getting to be with Sayaka now is a miracle. ... I feel the same way. You know, I'm really happy to be here with you. Me too. So this might actually lead to a romance path. For so long I've been waiting for the day when you and me could meet and walk down the same path together. But in the end I decided that fate had decided we wouldn't be together.
that's good.
And yet you are here, standing right next to me. So many miracles have come together to allow me where I am. But the whole time I completely, absolutely believed it would turn out this way. Do you know why? Wish I could say I did.
Listen,
Because of the promise you made that we would get out of this together. What? I said that? No, not exactly. Then I sense you making that promise. Some version of you. Things you said. We'll get out of here. Whatever it takes, absolutely. I heard you say all that. So, like, she is, like, psychic, and obviously is sensing the alternate reality of the main game. See, we can even see it. They're even showing it. As long as we work together, I'm sure we can find some way out of here. And help might even come before that. But what if there isn't a way out? What if help never comes? If that happens, then I'll get you out. Then I'll get you out of here myself, no matter what it takes. What was that? Did that conversation ever actually happen? No, but somehow you remember, me and you. That's why I had faith. I knew that until we reached this future, you would never give up.
so happy.
So thank you. I'm happy now, so happy. A single tear rolled down Sayaka's face. You know, I think I made another promise too. Sayaka said she would be my assistant. And I promised that we would work together to get out of the school, but Sayaka, sorry. What are you apologizing for? Why didn't you do you didn't do anything wrong? No, I did. I made you wait for so long. I definitely have to apologize for that. I'm sorry for making you wait. Makoto, I knew you were going to say that. What?
You see,
I know it. I knew everything. I knew you were going to never give up till it was all over. That's why I was able to go through this, why it didn't hurt.
like I said,
'Cause
I'm
I'm
psychic.
Because I'm psychic, you know? I was nearly blinded by Sayaka's smile. Whatever problems I might run into from now on, as long as I have her with me, everything will be okay. If there were any miracles, it wasn't because of me. It was because of her and everyone else. And so you get Sayaka's undergarments as a present in 8-bit form. And that's how my school life at Hope Peak Academy came to an end. Do you want to save data? Sure. I'll overwrite that one. Let's see. You can't particularly get into the handbook, and it isn't really worth it to try and unlock things right now because we've been going so long. So, theoretically, if I got a walkthrough and pulled it up and we played this one more time, I could get 5 characters. We have, I suppose, 14 characters in total. So I would have to play it 3 more times. But using walkthrough and getting 5 characters 3 times probably is more interesting than just randomly playing the game potentially 4, 5, 6 more times. So yeah, I should consider that. And I guess I should just sit on the Monokuma tokens, because if the achievement is to earn 999 in one sitting, I might as well not spend any and then see if I can do that. Let's see. Otherwise, we just save, so we're fine. That's going to be it for this recording. This went extremely long. At this point, it also is fairly believable that you might just want to stop playing, because you're really not going to unlock too much more content. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and give me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.